Business communication is essential to your success in any organization, whether it's securing for promotion, engaging with customers, or collaborating with stakeholders. Regardless of your role, be in sales or healthcare, effective communication is a fundamental aspect of our work. Having served in healthcare in military for 20 years, I can attest that business communication is a daily necessity. It encompasses everything from interacting with patients to conducting meetings and collaborating with leadership and team members. Each of these interactions requires clear and concise communication to ensure that information is conveyed effectively and that everyone is aligned towards the common goal. In my presentation today, I will explore the foundations of business communication and how they can be applied to enhance our professional interaction and overall success in the workplace. Effective communication not only fosters better relationships, but also drives productivity and innovation, making it crucial skills for anyone looking to excel in their career field. Today, we will focus on several key learning objectives that will enhance our understanding of business communication. We will start by defining the business communication, and we will discuss why effective communication is crucial for fostering teamwork, boosting productivity, and improving overall organizational performance. We will differentiate different parts of the communication model and talk about the different parts of communicating a message to receiving it. We will examine the different directions of communication within an organization: upward, downward, or lateral. We will identify common barriers such as verbal, nonverbal, and other factors that can impede ineffective communication. We will look at various communication channels, including written or oral communication and technology based media. We will understand the legal consequences of communication and the importance of ethical communication. By the end of the session, you will have a comprehensive understanding of business communication and its vital role in ensuring effective organizational functioning. Business communication is a fundamental part of our daily interaction, whether it involves sharing information through email, report, meetings, and conversations. It facilitates teamwork decision making and keeps everyone informed about the organizational activities. Effective communication is vital for achieving business goals and fostering strong relationships to stakeholders. Now, we will be going over the different parts of the communication model. It starts with the communication needs. This refers to the specific information or message that individuals or teams require to do their job effectively. This might include project updates, performance feedback, or task instruction. Understanding these needs is essential because it helps everyone stay aligned, reduces misunderstanding, and improves collaboration. An example would be management constructing a project deadline for employees. The second part of the communication model is the sender. Is the sender the best person to deliver the message? The sender is the individual or organization that creates and sends a message. It is important to consider if they are the right person to share that information. The sender must clearly express their ideas so that audience understands them. For example, think about who should be delivering bad news to staff or should be the one presenting an annual award to employees. Choosing the right sender can make a big difference in how the message is received. The third is the message. We have to think when we're creating the message how the message achieves the sender's objective. Choosing the right medium to convey your message is crucial for information communication. Even if the content is clear, it can be obstructed by verbal or nonverbal barriers leading to misinterpretation. Consider how employers will react. First, determine your objectives. How much information is needed? What do you want the employees to think, do, or feel about your message? Next, choose the appropriate medium for conveying it. This includes deciding how to present the message, whether through writing or in person. Also, think about how your message might be interpreted. For example, when a supervisor tells you what needs to be done, the interpretation can be based on whether it's communicated via email or in a face to face conversation. It's important to know your audience and tailor your message according to your audience. Fourth is the audience. The audience refers to the individual or group who receives the information. They play a critical role in shaping how the message are crafted and delivered. The audience interprets the message based on their knowledge, experience, and background. This is why it's important for the senders to tailor the message to meet the audience's need, interest, and level of understanding. For example, when a manager presents a report to the executive team, the executives are the audience. The manager must consider their knowledge and priorities to communicate effectively. Last one would be the response. The response is the reaction or feedback from receiver after interpreting a message from a sender. This response can take different forms, like asking questions, providing additional information, or taking action based on the message. For example, if a manager sends a request for a project update, the team replies, sharing the status and any challenges they're facing. Represents the response. We will be talking more about the response aspect later in the slide for communication barrier. The direction of communication is crucial in business. It includes three main types. Downward communication. Downward communication is information that flows from management to employees, like sharing goals or instruction. Upward communication is when information flows from employees to management, such as feedback or updates. However, gathering feedback from lower to upper management can be a challenge. For example, how many of us have attended an open forum at work where the head of the company asks for questions, but no one speaks up? Encouraging engagement, such as providing an employee comment box, can significantly improve upward communication. Lateral communication. This occurs when colleagues at the same level communicate, which promotes teamwork. It enhances collaboration by allowing team members to share issues they've encountered and identify information that can be improved in work processes within the organization. Now we will be talking about the different communication barriers that we might encounter. Verbal barriers can hinder effective communication. This includes inadequate vocabulary, differences in interpretation, and language barriers. It is important to understand both topic and your audience so that you can express yourself clearly and appropriately. Difference in interpretation. Be aware that senders and receivers may interpret words differently. This involves understanding both the literal meaning of the word and the emotional or implied meaning. It is crucial to know your audience and how they might interpret your message. For example, reminding your staff about an upcoming deadline may come from good intentions, but it could be seen as micromanaging. Language differences. It is crucial that our intended meaning isn't lost in translation. In today's global business world, effective communication relies on understanding how our language can have different meanings in other cultures. For example, a praise that's acceptable in one country might be offensive in another. Being aware of these differences help ensure that our messages are accurately understood. Inappropriate use of expressions. Be cautious with slang, jargon, and euphemism. Euphemism are phrases used to replace words that might be offensive. For example, saying passed away instead of died can soften the message, but it is important to use them appropriately to avoid confusion. Over abstraction and ambiguity. The higher the level of abstraction, the harder it is for receivers to understand the sender's exact meaning. Clear and specific language help ensure that everyone is on the same page. Polarization. Thinking in terms of all or nothing limits our options. Not every situation has two sides. Additionally, what's left unsaid can convey a message. Nonverbal communication. Nonverbal cues such as body language, facial expression, and tone of voice can significantly impact how our message is received. An inconsistent signal when verbal and nonverbal messages don't match can create confusion. Inappropriate emotion. How many of us have heard the saying, you should sleep on it before sending an email when we are upset? Excessive emotional involvement can cloud judgment and hinder communication. It's conveyed, it's essential to stay calm and focused to convey your message clearly. Distraction. Factors like noise, poor acoustics, uncomfortable temperatures, and sitting can disrupt understanding. To communicate effectively, minimizes verbal and nonverbal barriers. Creating a comfortable environment can greatly enhance clarity and engagement. There are two kinds of traditional communication channels, written and oral communication. Written involves using formal documents and correspondence to share information, ideas, and instruction both within and outside an organization. This includes email, report memos, letters, and contracts. Traditional written communication is essential for effective interaction and documentation in business operations. That's why we have to be clear and precise. Written communication ensures messages are clear and can be reviewed multiple times. Documents serve as official record for future reference that's useful for audit or legal matters have to be very accurate. Professionalism. Well-formatted communication reflects professionalism by the individual and the organization. Consistency. It helps maintain consistency, messaging, and branding across stakeholders. Written communications, we have to be accurate and complete, use familiar words, be specific, and avoid dangling expressions. Traditional oral communication in business involves using spoken words to share information, ideas, and messages among individuals or groups. This includes methods like meetings, presentations, phone calls, conversation, and interviews. Use clear language and avoid jargon to ensure your message is easily understood. When presenting, be well prepared for your presentation by allowing ample of time to get ready in advance. Make sure you understand your material thoroughly and anticipate potential questions from the audience. When we are using a medium like face-to-face, maintaining eye contact to show confidence and interest and use of natural gestures to emphasize key points are very important. The most important part is knowing your audience and tailoring your message to their interests. Be open to questions and feedback. Technology-based media communication in business refers to the use of digital tools and platforms to facilitate communication and information sharing within and outside of an organization. This encompasses a wide range of methods and technologies that enhances connectivity and collaboration. Key components include email, instant messaging, video conferencing, social media, webinars, digital marketing. It's important in business that technology-based communication can streamline processes, reducing the time taken to convey the message and make decisions. Business can connect with clients, partners, and employees across the globe, breaking geographical barriers. Many digital communication tools can reduce travel costs and time spent on or in person meetings. Information can be shared and accessed easily, allowing for better collaboration and knowledge sharing. Digital platforms often provide analytic and tracking features helping businesses measure engagement and effectiveness. Technology based media communication is essential in modern business environments, enhancing efficiency, connectivity, and collaboration while enabling the organization to adapt to the evolving digital landscape. When deciding the best way to communicate your message, start by considering your audience and your goals. Thinking about what you want them to do, think, or feel differently after hearing from you. Rich media, all the way to the left of the spectrum, like face to face conversations, provide the most communication cues, such as body language and tone. They allow for interactive discussions and are best for complex or emotional message, like tough decisions, technical information, or changes that may affect people negatively. In contrast, all the way to the right, lean media, such as emails, are more straightforward and lack those personal cues. They are typically one way and work well from routine messages like meeting requests or update status. Next, evaluate your message nature. Is it neutral, positive, or potentially bad news? Consider how your audience might react. Also, think about the complexity and length of your message. How many people will receive it? And how urgent is it? Make sure that your message is practical and efficient for your audience location. Finally, consider your audience's comprehension. What is your primary language? What is their reading proficiency? What access do they have to technology? Always choose the communication medium that best fits your audience and your message. Use rich media for complex or emotional topics and lean media for simple, routine communication. In a business environment, it is essential to be aware of the legal consequences of your communication, as anything you would write or say could become public during lawsuits or government investigations. To protect you and your company, always consider whether you'd be comfortable being cross examined about your communication in court 2 years later. If not, think twice before sending it. When you join a company, you'll likely sign policies that govern workplace communication, designed to protect against lawsuit, public relation issues, and breaches of confidentiality, privacy, and security. Now we're going to be talking about the importance of integrity. Integrity is essential for both employees and the company. It fosters a trustworthy environment. As Warren Buffett said, lose money for the firm and I will be understanding. Lose a shred of reputation for the firm and I will be ruthless. Personal code of ethics. Our personal ethics are shaped by our upbringing and societal norms, guiding our decision about right and wrong. Role of corporate culture. A strong ethical culture is crucial for preventing unethical practice and maintain trust within the organization. Ethical communication. Clear and honest communication is the key to building trust among employees and clients, which enhances overall organizational integrity. I want to end this presentation by emphasizing the importance of effective business communication and how it can significantly improve our organization. Effective communication ensures that information is clearly conveyed and understood among team members. It fosters collaboration, enhances relationships, and minimizes misunderstandings. Moreover, strong communication skills boost employee morale and engagement. When team members feel heard and understood, it creates a more positive work environment, which ultimately leads to better decision making and increased productivity. Let's strive to improve our communication practices as they are the key to our personal success and growth as a team. In summary, for today, we defined business communication. We identified the different parts of communication model. We differentiated the directions of communication. We went over the communication barriers, explored the different types of communication channels, understand the different legal consequences of communication, and understand the importance of ethics in communication.